They were, I don't know, it's just a stupid TikTok of stupid men talking. Like, I don't know.
That is stupid.
They're just like talking about stupid stuff. And they had our microphones, and I was like, it sounds so good. Why doesn't ours sound like that? Maybe ours does, and we're just like, we think it doesn't.
I mean, last week's episode was pretty good.
It was
like
really
I said,
good.
It's the sound was way better. But then the week before that, it was like, where's this echo coming from?
And so the podcast that I was listening to, they were like sitting super far apart. So like the guy, he kept like talking to the people like this.
Yeah.
So
I definitely think that makes a difference.
yeah.
I mean, because they're good mics, so they could be like picking up
Yeah.
lots of things.
Lots of voices.
How are you today, buddy?
I am, so far I'm doing all right.
good.
Nothing terrible has happened to me.
Oh,
How
yeah.
about you?
It's Friday the 13th, everybody.
Friday the
Not
13th.
for you guys.
No, but
But
it is for us.
It's after our paint night.
Yeah.
And we had a blast. And
We had such a
whoever
great time.
didn't sign up did not. So sorry about your lives.
You missed out. It was a lot of fun.
It got messy.
Mhm.
We got dirty.
We laughed.
We drank.
We drank.
We told some stories.
We told some stories. And Bree's picture turned out.
Oh, and we painted.
We painted. And Bree's picture turned out 1,000 times better than mine.
I insanely doubt that because your paintings always turn out better than mine.
Yours is always the bestest. Because I always drink too much.
Then I will make a mental note to drink a little bit more.
I will say that at least I don't give up by, like, compared to one of our friends.
Yes, you should never give up. It's for the fun.
It's for the fun of it.
Who cares how it turns out? I have all my paintings
You
up,
do.
like where they can be seen from everybody.
They look good.
Because they're fun.
It is
Some
fun.
color on the wall.
And it makes, it's like a memory.
Yeah.
Of like a fun time that you had.
I put a new one on the wall last weekend because Charlotte wanted to paint me a picture for Mother's Day.
Aww.
It was really cute. And she
Yeah.
painted me this big, like, it was like a scene of like, it's the same size of our other paintings, but it's like a scene of like grass and flowers in the grass and then a tree with apples on it. It was really cute. She did a good job on it.
I love that.
I was like, I'm going to put this out where everybody can see it.
Have you ever seen, it's like a picture, a meme thing that goes around on the internet, and it's like a kid drew a picture of a house on their parents' wall, and instead of like the parents getting mad, they framed it. They put like a little wood frame around it with a little caption
That
on the
is
bottom.
so cute. You know, on Lucifer with her one wall
Yeah.
of all, I love that.
I love that.
She's the pictures of all of her like pictures that she's painted on the wall.
painted,
I think
yeah.
that's so cool.
There's also, I've seen a thing for it going like on Facebook as an ad or something like that, and it's like all the paintings and pictures that your kid draws, you turn it into like a book
Oh,
instead.
a bunch of the Charlottes inside of a book or inside of a folder.
Well, I mean, that's awesome. But this, like, you scan
Yeah.
it and they turn it into a book.
That
which
sounds
I
like a
think-
really good idea. That's a good idea. We're throwing out all these great
I
ideas,
know,
everybody.
you're welcome, parents. I wish
You
I
are
did that.
Welcome. Graduation gifts.
Yeah. Oh,
But who wants that as a graduation gift? Along with like $100 or something.
I mean, maybe a graduation gift that's like more for the parents.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's really sweet.
Oh yeah. Why would you give that back to the kid?
They're like,
They're like, I
thanks.
don't want
You're like,
this.
all these pictures you drew me throughout
Look
the
at
years.
this. I
Here
had to
you
keep
go.
these.
I had to keep these.
Now you get to. So this is our paranormal and true crime podcast, What's with the Neighbors, and that is Amy.
That is Bree, and it is Friday the 13th for us.
Yep.
So I hope everyone made it through that day for you. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because we forgot to do the ad, and that is my bad. But that's okay.
We could do it afterwards.
Yeah.
We can even continue to record, and I can just
Cut it out.
Yeah.
Cool. Cut it out.
Cut
it out.
Was that from Full House?
Yeah. Cut it out. Yeah.
Do you have a neighborhood story for me?
Do you?
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I want you to go first because I don't know where my neighborhood story is and I have to find one.
Okay. Well, here we go. I got this shirt specifically for you.
I love it. That is like one of my all-time favorite, other than like Friday the 13th, the Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
I love the Scream movies.
Well,
I was Scream like 4 or 5 years in a row as a kid every Halloween.
Yeah, you told me. I remember you saying
love
that.
Scream.
I want to tell you something. So I have a Friday the 13th shirt, which is in my hamper, and I was too lazy to wash it today. But I wasn't lazy enough to go to
I was wondering if that was new.
Topic. I wasn't lazy enough to go to Hot Topic and look for one.
When you told me that your other one was dirty, I was wondering if that one was new. Oh, that's awesome.
They didn't have Friday the 13th, but they had Scream.
Totally, it's fine.
I was just looking for an excuse to get a new shirt,
I like
honestly.
it. I like it.
Thank you.
Always need a new graphic tee.
Absolutely. They had My Chemical Romance one, and I wanted to get it
They just
so
came out. They just came out
bad.
with a new thing today.
Yeah. I wanted to get it so bad, but I was like, no, Amy, like,
don't do it.
Don't do it. Hold on a second.
I love that essentially in high school, you in high school and me in middle school, we were kind of in the same, like, clique. AKA not a clique. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I thought I paid this girl, but I didn't.
I just found an Bread story. Is she still here? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Do you need to go out there and intervene?
I feel so bad for her.
Your husband's really not bad to talk to. When he gets more drunk than that, though, the next stage is annoying.
That's why I'm hoping he falls asleep by the time we're done.
Like when he gets grumpy.
Yeah. Oh,
and argumentative.
Oh my gosh, Brie, he would not. He drank last night too, and he would not shut up. He was like, turn out, and I'm like, who fucking cares if the window is open? Does it harm you? No, but it harms her and her health. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, why? What was the problem with the window being open?
He said it was too bright in there.
I love, like, at this time of year, when the sun is finally out, I open every single window in the house.
I was like, Rick, I will die on this mountain fighting with you about it because this is stupid. And I'm scared of the dark. Like, I legit do not like the dark. And I've always been like that.
And some people don't.
Yeah, and I was like, I will die fighting you about this. You're being so, and he was drunk. And I was like, you're being so dumb. And so, like, I kept trying to leave because, like, the conversation was going nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And he wouldn't let me leave. And I'm like, oh,
that's
my
how I
God.
felt that one weekend. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to go.
Yeah. And so then the night before, I had 2 beers. And because Brian brought me a 6-pack. And so I drank one. I opened 1 beer. And he was like, I thought you weren't drinking. And I was like, fucking drunk right now. Like, why can't I have a beer? Yeah. And he's like, you don't need to drink just because I drink. And I was like, I'm just having a beer. And then he, like, was grumpy with me the rest of the night. And so, like, of course, like, I wasn't planning on drinking a whole lot and not even finishing the 6-pack, but I had the 2 beer. I had one with dinner and then I had one after, and that was it. And he was grumpy with me the whole night because of it. I was like,
that's so hypocritical.
I know. Like, when he gets like this, like, he goes through stages of, like, being grumpy when he's drunk, and that's when we're not good and stuff. But if I could just avoid him until he goes to sleep, we'll be fine.
Well, if you need a place to hide out, I'm right down the road.
Yeah, we might come by. I don't like it when he gets on Alice about, like,
yeah, no, I get that.
That pisses me off. I can handle myself, but she's so like, I don't want her to remember stuff like that when she gets older.
Nope, I totally get that.
Anyways,
neighborhood, sorry, you're good.
Cutting that all out. Sorry, Patreon. Thank you for coming to my therapy session, Patreon.
We just went off the podcast for a second, but not really.
Okay, so
We're back now.
we're back with another episode of What's with the Neighbors.
And that is Amy. Sorry. we've
Oh,
already done
sorry.
this part.
I've already. I was playing my game the other night, and there's like a global chat, like with everyone can chat in, and I was like, "Do y'all listen to podcasts?"
You
like,
recommended us.
Yeah, and I was like, y'all should check out What's with the Neighbors. It's true crime and paranormal. And so then people were like talking. They're like, I want to start a podcast. And they're like, what would you talk about? And like, oh, self-help and blah, blah, blah. And oh, gaming. And I was like, well, just a little humble brag.
Yeah.
But this is actually my podcast with my neighbor and best friend. And they're like, oh, that's so cool. I probably won't listen to it because I don't like true crime, but I like paranormal. And I was like, you can skip mine.
Why? Why? Everybody's always like one or the other.
One or the other.
Why do they never like both of those topics?
I don't know. I think there's definitely enough people out there that like both.
Yeah. I feel like the two play together really well.
Absolutely. So, anyways, I thought it was funny. I was like, oh,
I love
jeez. Amy. So this one's a little long, but I got it off of Nextdoor.
Okay.
And it says, missing. In the late afternoon on Monday, I put 2 packages, 1 pound each, of ground beef on a paper plate, then put that paper plate on the hood of my Jeep to thaw. It must have been around 3 p.m. The meat thaws quicker when you put it out in the sunshine. Sounds like a way to get
Also
bacteria, but
rancid.
okay.
Yep.
Well, around 4 p.m., I had to go to Walgreens to pick up prescriptions. Anyways, long story short, definitely not short, after I came back home, I realized it was time to start dinner. It wasn't until that moment that I remembered the meat.
Oh, no.
I went outside and expected to see it smashed on the driveway. Nope. Then I looked at the first turn, which was the left turn out of the driveway of the cul-de-sac. Nope. We made something else for dinner. Later, around 8 p.m.
Good move.
Later.
Glad you told us about that.
This is like a whole story. Later, around 8 p.m., while walking the dogs, we walked the exact, quote-unquote, same route. Nope. No paper plates. No evidence of 2 separate pounds of ground beef, meat, anywhere at all. Somebody knows something about what happened to our meat. I'm asking for assistance in this case of the missing meat.
Well, you left meat out, and guarantee you a dog got it.
On a Jeep, like Jeeps aren't that high off the ground.
Really?
I mean, they are, but
who's just gonna come and steal a pound of ground beef?
they're like, oh, I was going to go to the grocery store
I
to get
forgot
ground
to
beef.
thaw out mine. I'll just take the neighbors. And why are you so stressed out about thawing out your ground? Most of the time that you have ground beef, you can just like thaw it out in the pan and like pick at it as at a fork.
Yep.
As it goes down,
Or
unless you're making like a meatloaf.
True.
But like if you're that worried about dinner, then just make something else.
That's when you order out.
Oh yeah. Or make tacos.
Or maybe like if I would think it would be a lot more beneficial for you to, if you're putting it out in the sun, put it in hot water.
Yes.
That way you're not putting it out.
And it's highly dangerous.
Yeah.
Like that's not good. Well, I mean, you're not really supposed to put it in hot water. But
No,
yeah, you're
but
saying like if you're going to that extreme to thaw it out, then put it in hot or put it in your microwave. There's a defrost button.
Newer microwaves,
Yeah.
which, I mean.
Pretty much all microwaves have it.
Yeah. Goodness gracious, people.
You crazy lady.
You silly gooses.
Silly Sally.
Hope you found where your missing meat went.
Hope you found a meat. Sorry. There's nothing. Josh sings something funny about that. Anyway, do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
Okay, because I'm really excited. Okay, so in light of it being Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Which Bree's ringtone is the theme song that do. Nope, that's not how it goes.
That's Halloween, but still, same. It's okay.
No, it's not Halloween.
It's not the Halloween theme from Michael Myers?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I thought it was.
Call me.
Call me maybe. Hey, I just met you. That's Michael Myers.
Oh, never mind. Where did it?
Oh, that's really eerie.
Oh, that. Okay. It's really loud.
It's okay. I kind of wanted the podcast to hear it.
Well,
This is what you
whatever.
think of me. Yours is a knock. Yours is my normal ringtone, the Parks and Rec ringtone, and then your text tone is the knock because I figured you're my neighbor. My neighbors have my knock
that's
tone.
cute. Yours is just.
Yeah. Maybe that.
I don't know.
I don't
Your
know.
sounds make.
Okay, so in light of Friday the 13th, I have some stuff about Friday the 13th. So,
Is this what you were saying? You're like, I'll tell you later.
Yes. So I was like trying to find like stuff about places that were haunted that have to do with the number 13 or Friday the 13th, and it was really hard to dig. So
Sure.
I was like, as I was searching for it, I was finding all this stuff about the number 13 and this like the history of Friday the 13th, and I was like, that's really cool. I really like this stuff. So
Like the superstition of the number 13.
yeah, the number 13, everything about it. So most of us know that Friday the 13th was at this point last week, and in the US it is considered an unlucky day to most. Not really to like Jason Voorhees, since he gets to come back from the dead and take revenge on partying camp counselors, but
day.
it's his favorite day. Fun fact, his mom was actually the first original Friday the 13th killer in the first movie. So just want to
You
throw
were
that
her
out
for
there.
Halloween.
I was her for Pamela Voorhees.
Yeah.
So unlucky that many businesses like airports, hospitals, hotels, ships, lots of places will actually avoid putting in a 13th room, floor, deck, gates in the structure of their design of their building or whatever.
Right.
Going straight from 12 to 14.
I think some airlines do that too.
Yeah. Now I do. According to Otis Elevators, up to 85% of elevator panels omit the number 13. Now, why is the number 13 considered so unlucky?
Yeah, what about what?
Why is there so much
Why that
superstition over it?
number?
I don't know. Well, we're going to find out. More fun facts. There's lots of fun facts in here.
I love fun facts.
So, Spain and Greece have a Tuesday the 13th that they consider as an unlucky day.
So instead of Friday,
It's Tuesday the 13th.
Tuesday.
China has an April 4th. Italy has a Friday the 17th. Japan has a September 9th. And India has an August the 11th.
Whoa.
Fun times.
August.
The 11th. The 8th. Sorry, not the 11th. August the 8th.
August 8th.
Yes.
Those are such.
Random days.
Yeah.
I would have gone into the history of each of them, but it would have made this way too long.
Sure.
So we're sticking to number 13 right now.
Okay.
So the origin of the unlucky 13, while in the Western cultures, they've historically associated the number 12 as like completeness, with like 12 days of Christmas, 12 months in the year, 12 zodiac signs, 12 laborers of Hercules, 12 gods of Olympus, and 12 tribes of Israel. 13 just seems to be the number to go to that's just unlucky and just not even, and just even though a baker's dozen is 13 and that's delicious, I would take a baker's dozen any day.
Yeah.
So, here's a little bit about Norse Greek mythology. According to Norse mythology, Loki, the evil trickster god in Greek mythology, arrived uninvited to a dinner with 12 other deities, which are gods.
I have a question real quick.
Yep.
Is Loki in Greek mythology the same Loki in Marvel?
Yep. Okay. He's a trickster god.
Okay.
So yes. Just picture him. He's so handsome.
Yeah, he is.
So as a result of him coming there uninvited, he caused death to another god named Balder, the god of light, joy, and reconciliation.
Oh.
Loki tricked Balder's blind brother, Hod, into shooting a mistletoe-covered arrow that hit Balder's chest. And mistletoe happened to be basically his kryptonite, so it killed him.
Oh.
So according to the Bible, and I called my, hey,
Like
Dad.
the Bible?
Yes. I called my dad on this too and talked to him about it. My dad's like super excited for this. So
he was ready to give this information.
Well, like just this whole thing, it's just right up our alley.
I love that.
So back in the Bible, you may recall that there were actually 12 apostles and Jesus at the Last Supper, making a total of 13. And Judas, the 13th, set a series of major events into motion that led to the arrest and crucifixion of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
From this arose the belief that if 13 people sit at a table, then death will come to one of them before the year is over.
Oh, that sucks. What if you have 12 friends?
Oh, I invited 13 people. Crap, or 12 people.
And you're like,
one of you are uninvited.
You can't come.
You can't come. Sorry.
I don't want to die.
Now, the Knights of Templar, on Friday, October 13th, supposedly this is where it all began, but they say it began in lots of different places. So this is just a really big one. On Friday the 13th in October of 1307, King Philip IV of France ordered the arrest of the Knights of Templar, and most of them were tortured and killed. And they were they weren't doing anything bad. They were doing like good stuff, and they were just, I can't remember the exact history on it, but I know they thought that they were kind of like traitors. And from what I understood, they were kind of being like good to the public. And yeah. So that's a little thing in there. So, also Babylon's code of, dang, I never looked up how to pronounce this. Hammurabi, which is like laws, their laws. In ancient Babylon's code of Hammurabi, dating back to 1772 BC, the number 13 is actually omitted in their list of laws.
What?
So they skipped 13. More fun facts.
Okay.
There is a phobia for 13.
Sure.
It is called, wait for it.
Can I guess?
Yep.
Thurbia.
Well, I wish. It'll be a lot easier to pronounce. Okay, well, it doesn't have 13 letters, but it has 17 letters.
Oh.
So it's triskaidekaphobia. Triskaidekaphobia.
That is something you do not want to put in your Tinder.
I put in here on how to pronounce it. It's not your average 17-letter word. It means an extreme fear for of the number 13. And there are actually a lot of people who suffer from this. So, Arnold Schoenberg, Franklin Roosevelt.
Schwarzenegger.
Whenever I wrote it down, I was like, Schwarzenegger? Oh. 13, oh no. I want to be back. I sound like a vampire. Going to suck your blood. Stop it. Anyway, Arnold Schoenberg. I don't know who that is. Franklin Roosevelt.
Really?
Sholem Alkheim. Stephen King. Nick Yaris, and Angel Naito. And I think there were more people, but those are the people that I wrote down.
I feel like Stephen King.
He should be afraid of the number 13.
I mean, yeah.
I get that. That's totally understandable.
Yeah, but he also, kind of wrote a whole book about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, was he scared the whole time writing that book?
I don't know. Maybe.
Wow.
He should be. His stuff is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so negative events that have happened on that have to do with the number 13, not necessarily happening on Friday the 13th. On Friday, September 13th, 1940, the Buckingham Palace was bombed during World War II by German forces, hitting both the palace and its chapel.
Oh my gosh.
In 2010, on a Friday the 13th at 1313, which is 113, a British 13-year-old boy was struck by lightning. He made a full recovery, in case you're wondering. On January 13th, 2012, the Costa Concordia sank into the ocean, becoming the largest passenger ship to ever wreck, killing 32 of its passengers. Me too. October 13th, 1972, a Eurasian flight 571, 5 plus 7 plus 1 equals 13, was headed towards Chile when it crash landed into the Andes. In the following days, the survivors hid in the fuselage of the plane and 8 deceased passengers.
Ew.
10 days later, search efforts were called off, but 72 days later, it was brought to the authorities' attention that there were actually 16 survivors. Actually, that same day, a Russian flight also crashed, resulting in the worst plane crash in Russian history.
Oh my gosh.
174 people died when the plane crashed trying to land due to bad weather, and the plane was just 3 miles away from the runway.
No.
Yeah, it's depressing. It's like we almost made it. In 2018, Southwest Airlines Flight 1380 suffered an just don't go. Just don't. Just pro tip,
more
guys.
flying.
Don't fly any. Like, if it has to do with 13, don't do it. Don't send seat 13.
Sounds like it's terrible.
Don't fly on a flight that has 13 in it. Don't fly on Friday the 13th. Just don't do it, okay? Cool. Glad we had that pep talk. So, in 2018, Southwest Airlines Flight 1380 suffered an uncontained engine failure due to failure of the number 13 fan blade on the number 1 engine on April 17th, 2018. A passenger who was partially sucked out of a window. I remember hearing about this.
Yeah.
As a result of the damage, later died from her injuries.
Yeah. Which is so bananas to me that...
Like, what?
I remember people, like, they were trying to, like, hold on to her.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I remember that.
That was just recently.
Yeah, 2018. It's crazy. On July 13th, 1821, Nathan Bedford Forrest, you terrible person, was...
Who was that?
He was the first Grand Wizard to the KKK. He was born.
He sounds like a great neighbor.
It was awful. He was responsible for the infamous Fort Pillow Massacre, killing over 200 unarmed Union soldiers. Oh. Yeah. A lot of them were African American.
And he was born on Friday the 13th?
Yep.
Sounds about right.
On January 13th, 1989, a computer virus swept through the UK, affecting hundreds of people's computers, deleting personal files and slowed down computers. But, you know, in the 80s and 90s, they were pretty slow already, so that's not really that big of a deal. According to NASA, an asteroid 99942 Apophis will come within 20,000 miles of Earth on April 13th in 2029. I mean, it's 20,000 miles, so I mean, it won't hit us, but we'll probably see it. So maybe hopefully nothing will change. That'll be Charlotte's 11th birthday.
Aw. Something weird's happening to me. I don't know what's going on. Ow.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I don't know if, like, I just, like, leaked.
Oh. Oh, okay. That happens.
I don't know.
I love having kids. Excuse me. Mother. Mama just killed a man. Put a gun against his head. Pulled my trigger, now he's dead. Mama, what? Old Bay seasoning goldfish? That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. Yes, please. I will take some Old Bay seasoning goldfish. As long as they're gluten free.
a massive blood clot.
Oh, that sucks.
It like got like super warm down there, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I didn't just pee.
That just happens.
Also then went and checked to see if he's asleep. But I don't know where my kid is at.
Oh, it's cool. It's fine.
And then I made sure that the air fryer was turned off and the oven. Because there's just food sitting there. Sorry.
You're fine. I'm going to check on my family real quick, too, because they're all out in the yard playing. Oh, maybe they're not anymore? I don't know.
I don't know where my kid went.
I was also seeing if she was over there. Doesn't look like it. Her bike is still at the house. BT dubs.
She hasn't gone to school in the last 2 days.
Oh, she hasn't? Why not?
Yesterday.
Oh, you don't want to tell me. I don't care.
No, I can't
She's
remember.
sick?
Yesterday, I don't know why she didn't go. No, yeah, she went to school yesterday. Today she didn't go to school. Because she asked if she could say it. School's out next week. So I don't do anything. So I was like,
Makes
whatever,
sense.
I don't care.
Okay. Where am I at?
So you were talking about
Oh, the asteroid. Okay.
yeah.
The next one is in 1989. Do you want me to scream?
Ah!
That way you know where we pick off.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Here's after the break, Amy.
Thanks.
In 1989, Wall Street saw what was
My scream was too sexual.
it was a little
Sorry.
Oh, you need help.
Yes.
In 1989, Wall Street saw what was at the time the second largest drop in the market, nicknaming the unlucky day mini crash.
Oh.
On April 11th, 1970, at 1313, the Apollo 13 was launched and suffered an oxygen tank explosion on April 13th.
I didn't know that happened on April 13th.
Yeah, they're up there for a second.
At April on 1313. Oh.
I don't. Yeah, I think they were. I don't know. Apparently, the number 13 is connected to female energy, and because there are like supposed to be 13 menses annually. Hey, there you go. Like average, I guess.
I guess because it's supposed to be 28 days.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And
That's not fair.
it's associated with female oppression. Like, really, like you're gonna say like we're
Oppressed.
whatever grumpy or something. Because the number 13.
You know what? I am.
Screw you!
You know what? Let's talk about the number 13 for a second.
I guarantee you a dude wrote that.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. There is an old superstition that says if you have 13 letters in your name, you're bound to have the devil's luck. Like, all right, and this is kind of a stretch. So
wait,
but
how many?
I like stretches.
Oh, I guess yours is way past 13.
Oh yeah, for sure. But this is all just first and last names. There's no middle names in these.
Okay.
Well, you'll see. Some of them are really stretching it. Okay, so
Is that wait? WEST. That's 4. 4 times 3 is 12. I'm good.
yeah, you got 15.
Yeah.
So we have Charles Manson, 13 letters. Jeffrey, and I counted all these just to double check. Jeffrey Dahmer,
Really?
Theodore Bundy, which he was called Ted Bundy,
Yeah.
but I know his name is Theodore Bundy.
Yeah.
Albert D. Salvo, never heard of him, and even Jack the Ripper.
Oh, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, Jack, middle name the Ripper. Not really a name, but whatever.
You know what? I like
It
this.
works.
It works.
It works. So even though it
Coincidence? I don't know.
maybe not. Maybe I don't know. Even though it seems like a lot of crazy things happen on Friday the 13th, in 2008, according to research completed at a Dutch Center for Insurance Statistics, there were fewer accidents and reports of theft or fire on Friday the 13th than other Fridays.
Really?
However, according to a 1993 study in the British Medical Journal, there are a significant level of traffic-related incidences on Friday the 13th as opposed to other Fridays.
So there's less, but then also
But then there's more. Yeah.
Okay.
And according to CNBC, Friday the 13th is a calm day for the stock market.
Maybe because...
Now it is, I guess.
Well, maybe because people don't want to take risks.
Yes. Average gain proving to be only 0.2% or less. Now, could the numbers be down because of that? Or is
Right.
it just coincidence? I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Regardless, people fear Friday the 13th.
I do.
So, they're not just bad things happen on Friday the 13th. I consider it as a lucky day. I usually have great days on Friday the 13th. After 2 days of labor complications, my oldest, Charlotte, was born on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I went in on the 11th and then had her on the 13th. So that's pretty cool.
That's a blessing on Friday the 13th.
It is. Also, the Olsen twins were born on a Friday the 13th.
Oh, and the world
June
was
13th.
blessed by
Yep.
them.
Full house, guys. Although they didn't come back. You'll suck. Evelyn Pinky Kilgare Breyer became the first certified female pilot on Friday the 13th.
Wow.
Or a pilot instructor, sorry.
Even better.
President Lyndon B. Johnson signed an executive order preventing gender discrimination in the government, feminism, on a Friday the 13th. The first significantly recognized dino eggs were discovered on a Friday the 13th.
What?
Super Mario Brothers was released on a Friday the 13th.
That's that's the best thing so
Black
far.
Sabbath released their debut album Inventing Heavy Metal on a Friday the 13th.
There you go.
I know how you feel about heavy metal.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's great.
Headbanging. Friday the 13th, part 3 was actually released on a Friday. The only one actually released on a Friday the 13th.
Well, they got lucky that
and
one.
it was 3D. That was August 13th, 1982.
Wow.
We watched that one last year.
Luckily, it wasn't in
I don't
3D.
remember any of it, but I've seen it before. But and lastly, this beauty here. Okay, so this one, you're gonna love this. Okay, so there's a club called the 13 Club.
Okay.
So a William Fowler thought the number 13 was, which being linked to like bad luck, was actually like very welcoming of the number. He associated the number 13 with like good things that happened in his life.
Uh-huh.
As he grew older, he actually noticed that it made a lot of appearances in his life, and he had he had attended PS 13 and what is that? PS 13? I don't remember what that was. Anyway, he had attended a PS 13 and graduated at age 13.
Wow.
During his architect career, he built 13 public buildings.
Whoa.
He fought in the Union Army and survived 13 battles.
Oh my gosh.
He just eventually considered it as his lucky number.
Yeah.
Why not? So he started to get into social clubs the time that he was in, and happened to belong to, guess how many? 13.
Did he do that on purpose?
He probably did. He was very big about the number 13. Yeah. One of the clubs of which he was a part of was just him and his friend drinking boiling hot whiskey.
That sounds terrible.
That sounds awful. He then founded his own club, and its goal was to fight the fear of the number 13 and various other superstitions.
I love that.
By engaging in as many unlucky practices as possible. Basically, mocking a bunch of superstitions.
So, like...
Superstitions, yeah.
On the calendar. So, next week on the calendar, we have walking underneath ladders.
Yes.
And the next week,
exactly.
it's opening...
Yes. So, it took him about a year to get 12 other members. They had 13 members. And the 13 Club was born. They met on January 13th, 1882, and they would meet and enjoy 13 courses having a Gothic-themed gravestone shape, items, 13
Oh my
candles, a big
gosh.
banner that read Nos Mortuae Te Salmos, which meant we who are about to die salute you.
Oh my
And the
gosh.
members came dressed like head to toe in black suits, neckties, top hats, and before sitting down, they would have to walk under a ladder that was brought indoors. They would have cake with a black cat on it. Other meetings would include mirror smashing, salt spilling, and mock trials for members who had allegedly acted superstitiously. Of all these meetings and members, not a single member died or has even had any kind of serious illness. Members were typically healthy and very successful.
I love that so much.
Yes, I do too. I was like, what is this and where can I find it? Like, it's still a thing.
I want to be part
It
of
is still a
it.
thing. I want to be a part of it too. Um, Personally, I love Friday the 13th, and I've had some pretty great ones. Even the one where I was cut open.
Yeah.
But I am still a little stitious. So let's talk about some of the myths and superstitions that come of this day. This is the last part.
Okay.
So listen up, guys, for the next Friday the 13th that comes up. So you can't cut your hair on Friday the 13th because someone in your family could die. If
Okay.
a funeral procession passes you on Friday the 13th, you will be the next to die. Do not start a trip on a Friday the 13th or you will encounter misfortune.
Oh my god.
If you break a mirror on Friday the 13th, you will have 7 years of bad luck. I thought that was just always a thing. A child born on Friday the 13th will be unlucky for life. Sorry, Charlotte and the Olsen twins and Steve Buscemi.
Were they born on Friday the 13th?
Yeah. Charlotte was, yeah. And those other people were, yeah.
Not just the 13th.
Mm-hmm. Friday the 15th. I was so excited when I had Charlotte. I was like, yes, Friday. I'm in so much pain. Ships that set sail on Friday will have bad luck, or Friday the 13th will have bad luck. And if you walk under a ladder or if a black cat crosses you on Friday the 13th, you will have bad luck. And that is it. That is the number 13 and Friday the 13th
so
and
much
all
fun.
that fun. I know. I had so much fun doing that. I kept on finding new things and I was like, ooh, I got to add that.
That's so cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I used to have black cats, so they crossed me often.
Yeah, we did too. I don't believe the black cat.
No, and a black cat visited my front yard this morning.
Oh, yeah.
I have it on my ring. I tried to post it, the
That's
video.
right.
But it wouldn't post. Yeah.
You're probably lying.
No, I'll show you right now.
Believe you.
Too bad I'm showing you.
She's like, no, I have to prove it.
I have to prove it. Like, it would only let me look at one of my albums when I tried to, like...
Only one? How rude.
Yeah, you know how, like, things get saved into different albums? I was, like, trying to record it. Okay. Go away. You know what? Alice might be in her room. I didn't check there. See?
Oh, kitty.
He's just like came up and was like, "What's up, guys?"
Oh, did he go up your stairs?
Yeah.
Oh, I love black cats.
I know, me too. They're my favorite.
We had a black cat named Spooky.
And what's weird is
She
I've
was so
never
sweet.
seen this black cat before.
I feel like maybe a black dog came into our yard.
I hate that black dog. Is it the same one with the white spot right here?
Yeah.
I hate that dog.
He's never come into our yard before. Just the
Oh.
white dog does, which I hate that dog.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
like, and whenever you try to, like, yell at the dog, he like charges at you.
Yeah.
And like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Do you know I can legally like
I chase it around with a
take
broom.
this out.
I chase it. I'm like,
I wanted to let our dogs out at it.
you should have.
I feel like Dakota would be a big baby.
We went the dash hound that we had. He would like.
Oh, dachshunds are mean.
Yeah, he would. I'm gonna get you.
I've only had 2 dogs try to bite me in my life, and one of them was a dachshund.
Yeah. Well, we got rid of him. We rehomed him because he bit Alice in the face. So, Alice probably deserved it.
Wait,
but
like a
a
big-
doxy.
Oh, a dachshund.
Yeah, a dash hound.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the wiener
Okay,
dogs.
I actually have had one of those chase me before. That's actually the top dog to be like reported for dog bites. A vet told me once. Because
I believe it.
Every time we bring Dakota in, we'd be like, oh, people like look at her like she's a pit, and he's like, they're the biggest babies ever. He's like, the most reports I get are from dachshunds.
That makes sense. He was a sweetheart, but he bit Alice in the face, and I was like, if that was a daycare kid,
Yeah.
like, so we rehomed him to a daycare family, but we got to see him. Like,
careful
they
with
would
that.
bring him around. But do you want to hear my story?
Yes, you bet your sweet ass I do.
I don't know if it's sweet. It might be a little sour.
Sorry, I'm trying to find my neighborhood story so I have it ready.
You're okay. I am going to tell you about Lake Boydum.
What's Lake Boyden?
So, at this point in our lives, most of us have seen the movie Friday the 13th. So we're both doing Friday the 13th themes. Or if you're like me and didn't actually watch it until you met your best friend at 31 years old, you may have just recently seen it in the last year.
I thought you were 30.
I am.
Remember, you're 30.
I am 30. Anyways, so for those who haven't seen it, it's about a group of teenagers that try to reopen a summer camp at Crystal Lake, and they are stalked and then murdered by a murderer named Jason.
It's real fun, guys.
And there's a whole franchise on it.
Yep,
So,
12 movies.
Yep. Why did they do 13?
Yeah, I know. I just thought about that. I'm like, why didn't they go to 13?
Come on.
You just need one more. I'm sure they'll make another one soon.
They have to.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. They've done Freddy Krueger a million times, so they'll do Friday the 13th a million times.
They got to.
Yep.
Yeah. But what some of us may not know is actually loosely based off of a true story.
No.
Yep. Off of the murders of Lake Boydum in Finland. On June 4th, 1960, Mila Iramelli, I wrote exactly how I would pronounce it, and I'm still struggling.
It's a different country, guys.
It is.
We're
Mila.
American. We speak. we only speak language.
You know what? I am.
Language? See?
We're American. We only speak language. You know what? I am mostly Finnish, so I should know this, but alas, here we are.
Alas.
On June 4th, 1960, Mila Iramelli Bajorked and her friend Anya Tulicki, who were both 15-year-old girls, wanted to go on a camping trip with their boyfriends who were 18 years old. One's name was Seppo and Oniro Boisman. And, they wanted to go on a camping trip with their 18-year-old boyfriends, Seppo Oniro Boisman and Nils Wilhelm Gustafsson.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're doing great.
Thank you. I wrote it I didn't look at how they would write
You
it out.
wrote it in
I
how
was
you would. That's how I do things too. Yep.
Goston.
Yep.
So they actually went to a popular camping spot in the area of Lake Boydum. They set up tent and enjoyed their afternoon along the shore, hiking and just enjoying themselves, hanging out with their boyfriends.
Sounds super awesome.
Yeah, and then they went to bed.
Sure they did.
Or did they?
Bunch of teenagers at a lake. We all know what happens in the Friday the 13th movies. They're rated R for a reason.
Bree, I didn't know that.
No idea.
No
This
idea.
is such a shocker.
So the next morning at 6 a.m., two young boys who were out bird watching, which, why are you out that early in the morning?
Yeah, again, out bird watching. Uh-huh.
They
Okay.
were young.
Like you're watching paint dry. Oh, young boys.
Yeah.
Whoops.
They were out paint dry. Was that what you were
Yeah,
going to say?
watching paint dry. Say it's really making an excuse for something. Watching fleas race.
Well, here in Alaska, you could actually do it is watch your grass grow.
Oh, yep. True that.
But the next morning at 6 a.m., two young boys were out bird watching, recalled seeing a man with blonde, longer hair walking away from the couple's campsite. And it seemed off because the guy seemed disgruntled. And the tent was actually like collapsed, which
That's not normal.
that's not normal. And they're like, that's weird. But they just kind of shrugged it off. And it wasn't until 11 a.m. when a jogger was passing the campsite when police were called. The bodies of Anya and Seppo were inside of the tent with it collapsed. And it appeared that a murderer had cut the ties of the tent and let it collapse on them and then continued to stab them through the tent.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And
That's brutal.
Yeah. Because, you're trapped.
Yeah.
Mila was found actually on top of the tent, which was a little interesting. She was naked from the waist down, and her wounds were way worse than the other ones. And it actually showed that with an autopsy later, it showed that she had been stabbed post-mortem. So
Somebody was mad.
Yeah. Niles was found outside of the tent, and he actually was found alive. He had a concussion, fractured jaw, and a stab wound on his forehead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah. But when questioned, he couldn't remember anything. He's like, I don't know what happened. I blacked out or whatever. So it was the 60s, and the police did a terrible job at
Of course.
securing the crime scene.
Absolutely.
And on top of that, they didn't interview anyone right away.
That was smart.
And so that's why they were just like, this looks like a terrible scene.
This will make the papers.
This will make the papers.
Great.
Yeah. They didn't block off the scene after the investigation. They didn't block off the scene even after investigating it. And so people were able to just like
come and walk and like check out. Hey,
and
look at
people
this dead
did.
body.
Yeah, people did. Well, the bodies weren't there anymore, but they're like, there was other people in the campground, so they're like, what happened?
Nosy neighbors.
What happened with the camping neighbors?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'd probably be there too.
Me too, but I'd be there with the police like,
sorry.
So,
pretending to walk my stuffed animal dog.
Yeah. Yes. Mopping the floor.
Sit.
So, yeah. And so if the police needed to go back, everything was completely destroyed. So, and the media really drug the police department through the mud because of it, which rightfully so.
Definitely.
So in order to like make up for that, the police hired the local military to help them with the investigation.
I didn't know the military would go do that.
Like the National Guard.
Oh, okay, yeah. Makes sense.
But still, like, that's got to be
like a really
big plea.
Yeah.
Because they don't just come for
we
anything.
Messed up. Please help.
They were probably like, well, we're barred, so all right.
It's fine.
It's fine. We're Finnish, so we have nothing going on.
It's cool.
Not saying that Finland people are like have nothing going on.
Don't
but
misread what she's saying.
You guys just seem like you're like Switzerland, like you're like everyone loves you.
Yeah, you're neutral.
Yeah, you're neutral. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and so when they brought in the military, they discovered Niles' items, which was a couple, like a half a mile away from the campsite. They found his clothes and shoes. They also noticed that the motorcycles were missing.
They didn't find him?
No, he was at the campsite.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He was found alive.
Oh, he was the one that got stabbed in the head.
Yeah. They also noticed that their motorcycles were missing, but the motorcycle keys were still at the campsite, which was really weird.
That's odd.
Yeah. Why? I mean,
maybe Jason Voorhees took them into the water to go ride them. I don't know. And didn't need the keys. He's like, I don't need these.
I can make some more.
I have the power of killing. I don't know. Anyway.
The police looked into a man that ran a kiosk near the campground, and he was known as Kiosk Man.
Oh,
Original.
Kiosk Man. Sounds like
Kiosk
someone
Man.
movie credits.
Yeah.
The Kiosk Man.
His name was Carl Valdemar Gilstrom. And he was a real peach to deal with. He was
real peach, I tell you. Real peach.
Well, he liked throwing rocks at children.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Same?
Same. Is that what you said?
I do too. Yeah. It's fine.
It's
normal.
He would yell at them even if they were his customers at his kiosk. He just really did not like people.
I bet he wasn't very busy.
Well, that's the thing is, like, he was the only one that sold things like, like milk and soda and stuff.
Things that people actually need.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I gotta go buy more milk. Please don't do anything wrong.
Go get a quart of wood. Mom, do I have to? He's gonna throw
You're
rocks
being
at
punished.
me.
Go get a soda.
He'll throw rocks at me. So he also was known for cutting tent ties, running off those who were camping at the lake.
Okay. Did he also wear a hockey mask?
You know what? Funny you mentioned that. No.
Oh.
No. During an interview with him, he claimed that he was home sleeping at the time of the murder, and his wife was able to claim his alibi was true.
Alrighty.
So it wasn't him.
You're all right.
Dead end. Later, he actually confessed to the murders multiple times throughout the years, drunk and sober, because he was known as, like, the local drunk. But when people told the police, they were like, well, his wife said that he was home, so it wasn't him.
But he's confessing.
Yeah.
But he's confessing to local. He's not doing it to the police himself.
Correct.
Okay. Come on, kiosk guy.
So, like, these people, like, the locals are like, dude, it's Kiosk Man. And the police are like, no, his wife said it wasn't.
No, we're going to believe her.
Yeah.
Even though all these other people are witnesses.
Oh, something I forgot to put in here, and I don't know why because it's very critical, was on her deathbed. He died before she did. On her deathbed, she said that she wanted to take back her confession, and he wasn't home at the time of the murders. But she said that he was because she was scared of him.
Oh, I don't blame her.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to put that in there.
I wonder why she lied for him.
Yeah.
He probably threw rocks at her too.
Yeah. She probably made her carry around rocks in her pockets too.
Jerk.
Yeah. So, 9 years after the murders, he actually allegedly committed suicide in the lake, which made it impossible for DNA to be collected for evidence.
Did they get him out? Is he still in there?
Oh, I don't know. Isn't that bananas?
Yeah. This is probably my second favorite story that you've ever done.
So, the day of the murders, a gentleman of the name of Hans... I forgot about this.
Of the Southern Isles?
No.
Is this a sunbomb of my own invention? No. Sorry. Oh, God.
I forgot about this.
Amy's lost it, guys.
His name is Hans Assmann.
He's not a boob guy. He's an ass man.
I'm such a child.
Do you know what my maiden name is?
I forgot.
It's Bonham, but everybody called me Bottom. Brianna
Oh,
Bottom. There's
I'm
no
sorry.
T in my name. Bonham. Bonham.
Boneham.
Bahanahan.
Oh, duh. That's your mom's last name.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That
Duh.
was my mom's last name. Forget that.
Rick had
Sorry, Mom.
someone in the military, and his last name was Gross.
Gross.
And so everyone called him Gross.
You're gross.
I'm like, you're gross.
I know. Thank you.
I mean, he lived up to the name. He was not a great guy, but
Ugh.
ass
man.
So the day of the murders, a gentleman of the name of Hans Assman went to a nearby. Be mature. Be mature. Stop. Be mature. Went to a nearby hospital with injuries. He was agitated and nervous. He had black underneath his fingernails, which it was like black like dirt.
Okay.
And his clothes were covered in blood and dirt. Police questioned him and basically was like, nah, this isn't our guy. Like, he doesn't match what we're looking for. And the doctors were like, listen, he has blood all over his clothes. He can't tell us where he has been. And he has like dirt under his fingernails.
Like, you can't get any more obvious.
Can you question him?
Yeah.
And the police were like,
He's done something.
yeah. They're like,
Or someone's done something to him.
yeah. And he was like super agitated, nervous, didn't want to stay, wanted to leave. And the police were like, nah, this isn't it. We're not bothering with this guy. So a lot of people believe that it could have been Hans Assman as the murderer because he was also a KBG spy.
No.
And was actually a former Nazi.
Oh, whoa, shit. That just went south.
Yeah, but police are like, nah. Maybe they didn't want to mess with him. What? Alice?
You sure it was Alice?
I don't know who it was.
It sounded like clawing at the door.
Oh, I thought it was like someone.
It sounded like clawing at the door. Robin does that too.
I don't know. Maybe Rainbow wants to be a part of it now. So after a description was given from the boys that went bird watching and a description Niles gave from a hypnosis session, he ended up cutting.
Of course I did hypnosis.
Yeah. Mr. Assman ended up cutting his blonde hair short. Because he had long blonde hair.
Why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Ass man.
And the sketch of the description from the bird watching matches Hans's description. And there was actually a photo of the funeral goers, and he was sitting in the crowd. Like, why would you go to a crowd or a funeral for people that you don't know?
Yep.
So
Guilt.
like, there's like
Trying
this
to
is
look
pointing
innocent.
to so many different
Yep.
people. So after
I so badly want it to be the kiosk guy, though.
I know,
Anyway.
me too. I know. So especially since his wife was like on her deathbed, and she's like, no, he wasn't home.
He did it.
Yeah. After DNA advancements and technology improvements, 44 years after the murders, the
Damn.
case was reopened.
What?
Yep. And the boyfriend.
What year?
2000. Did I not write it? No, I do know this. 2004.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I didn't write it, but I remember it was 2004. 2004, it was reopened. And the boyfriend, the only survivor, Nils Wilhelm Gustafsson, was arrested. Yep. The police claim that his DNA matched the blood on the shoes found, which, I mean, if he was wearing them.
Somebody used self-defense on him, too.
Yeah.
Which is why he got hit in the head. Right? He's the one who got hit in
Yeah,
the head.
he got hit in the head. So the police claim that his DNA matched the shoes found. There was actually a woman who was camping nearby that came forward years later after the case was reopened, who claimed she witnessed Niles in a fit of rage and entered the tent with the other boyfriend.
You're just now mentioning this.
Right?
Years later.
Right? So Nils, I keep calling him Niles. Nils was jealous of Seppo and was upset with his girlfriend who may have been making advances on Seppo,
Oh.
which would describe...
I mean, you still shouldn't kill someone for that.
Sure, but that would describe why Mila's wounds were way worse than everyone because he was angry at her.
Yep. Yeah, no, don't they say like whenever a killer does something like that, usually someone that's like a sign that they know the killer knew them.
Yes, overkill normally means that they knew him, and it's crime of passion.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nils was arrested with this new evidence, but he was released after serving 1 year after an appeal, claiming that there was no way he could conflict that stab wound on his forehead. So there was like no solid motive. Oh, and there was no solid motive. So he was released and all charges were dropped. The case has never officially been solved, though many locals believe that Nils was the murderer. The Lake Bodom murders has become a legend that teens tell around the campground fire to scare one another and is a cautionary tale to teens wanting to go camping with their boyfriends. And the well-known blockbuster Friday the 13th.
Oh.
We may never know what happened on June 6, 1960 on the shores of Lake Bodom, but it has become a legend that will never be forgotten.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for telling me that. Oh, and now I want to go watch Friday the 13th.
Do 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 do. Nope, wrong one.
That's Twilight Zone. Oh,
Sorry.
That was a whirlwind.
I know.
Just like went from person.
I wanted
to
that
person
to be guy. I wanted to be
person.
that guy.
Like,
I don't want it to be Nils.
No,
Come on.
I wanted the
How boring.
freaking shop guy because
I know.
he went into the water.
The
and
kiosk man.
It fits the story.
It fits the story.
And is that the same? What's the lake called?
Lake Bodom.
That might be the same lake where they have a Jason statue in. They have a Jason Voorhees
Like
statue.
inside of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And scuba divers will go in it.
Oh, it's like at the bottom of the...
Yeah.
What? That would be bananas. Or is it... I mean, really should be Crystal Lake.
Jason Voorhees statue, bottom of Minnesota Lake.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
it's
so boring.
it's like he's taking a second.
Why wouldn't they put it... Like, there's got to be a Crystal Lake somewhere. Wouldn't they put it on the bottom of Crystal Lake?
Oh, I mean, I know there's. Yeah, he's just down there, Minnesota Lake.
Oh, that's
Just
so
chilling.
creepy.
Yep.
I hate that.
Happy Friday the 13th, everybody!
Boop, 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 boop.
That was awesome, and I hope we do something every year for Friday. I mean, obviously, you can't retell the story, but
Oh, but I'm sure there's
Yeah.
other Friday the
Yeah,
13th stories.
exactly. We should do something every Friday, but next time maybe we can plan in advance.
Hopefully that
Yeah.
is.
It'll land on. Maybe we could actually release the episode a couple
On
days early for
Friday.
everybody as a treat.
Oh, that would be fun.
That would be super fun.
That's why we didn't do it last week, was because it was like, well, it's not Friday the 13th
Yes.
anyways for them.
Yeah, and we wanted to feel like we were in the mood because Friday the 13th affects women the most,
Exactly.
or so men say.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear a neighborhood story?
Yes, please.
Da 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 da. Because I got. Nope, don't say that, Brie.
Where does he have his alarm going off?
I don't know. I didn't hear alarm.
His alarm's going off.
Okay. This one is, I think, on next door. It says, Josh, stop coming by our house. We don't like you. We don't find you interesting. That's all.
Oh, shoot.
Wait,
I'm
was
sorry.
this in your yard?
Yeah, this is awkward. I
Oh.
actually...
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, apparently my husband's not welcome to your house anymore.
Even if he was, he
if
wouldn't
even
come.
to your house. Oh, that was great.
That is great. How mean.
It's a very short and sweet one.
You're not interesting.
You're not interesting. I mean, it Sorry, husband. I love you. You're interesting to me.
He is a very
Allergies
interesting
bother
man.
me so bad.
Okay, sorry. So we're gonna leave because it's Friday the 13th, and we don't want to have anything terrible happen to us.
Yeah.
So we're leaving.
So you know where you can listen to us? All the platforms: iTunes, Spotify, Google, Audible, whatever. iHeartRadio. I mean, side note. Let me ask you: did you know that people can like talk to us through iHeartRadio? I keep on hearing something on the radio about it.
No, I
Like,
didn't know that.
I didn't see the button for it, but there's a way for people to like give a shout out to their favorite podcasts. Like,
Oh,
fans
that's cool.
can. Yeah.
I
I don't know if we have to sign up for it or what, but I really want to do that because I want
That would be
people. I
fun.
want to hear from our fans.
Well, iHeartRadio frustrates me because I don't know how to change our profile picture.
Oh, that is frustrating.
It's our old one.
Is it?
Yeah, and I don't know how to change it.
You sure?
Last time I checked.
Because I've never had the app before, but I just downloaded it this week, and I think it is the new picture. Yeah. Oops.
Maybe they changed it after I emailed them.
Maybe.
Because I emailed them.
We
I
did
was
get
like,
an email from them not that long ago.
Oh. I mean, this was like months ago.
Oh.
This was before Rick left.
Oh, wow. That's a long time.
But that was the last time I checked it.
Oh.
So, and did you know that YouTube has podcasts?
Like just to listen?
Yeah.
I didn't.
I just learned that today. I heard that on a Google ad or a YouTube ad.
Oh.
It said download your favorite podcasts, and then they said
Are
sign
we
up
on
for.
there?
I don't know. I have to look into
I
it.
never know. I feel like we don't know where all we're at.
Oh
and
no, we're
just...
not. No, sorry, we don't. We aren't on YouTube. I mean,
okay.
We're on YouTube, people.
Right,
But
we're right.
our podcast is, and it said download. It was like a ad for YouTube
Music?
Premium, YouTube
Yeah,
Live
because
or
you
whatever.
could do like YouTube music and stuff.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
and they said download your favorite podcast, and I was like, I gotta look into that.
Yeah,
So sorry. Okay.
it's good.
So
good.
we might be on
YouTube
that
soon.
too. Yeah.
So, also, rate and review us on iTunes. Also, follow us and like us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram at WWTN Podcast. We also have a Facebook group where we have lots of fun and post lots of fun things. And our website is what'swiththeneighbors.com.
On there, you can find a link for everything that she just mentioned, along with a link to our merch, which we have magnets and t-shirts, sweatshirts.
And you can see who we're promoting or who's our affiliates too.
For all
We have
of our
lots of deals on there
affiliates.
too.
Yeah, so check those out. And also a link to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/what's WWTN podcast. If you want to be on the donor bus,
Choo choo.
$3 a month, you'll get exclusive content. $5 a month, you get exclusive content and episodes. Our episodes unedited. Feel free to slide into our DMs with any questions, comments, stories, suggestions, and your own personal paranormal or true crime stories. We strive once a month to have listener stories.
What we do?
Yeah, and our email is wwtnpodcast@gmail.com. And have you checked in on the neighbors?
What's with the neighbors?
Bring Amy out.
This is too far.
Oh, that was a good one,
That was a good one. Maybe the ankle's better.
Yeah, say hi to our cats.
Hey, do you want to see my shirt?
I keep saying
Meow.
that. Say hi to our cats. Say hi to your cats for us. Oh, it's glow in the dark. Oh no, he's coming for me. No. You're scaring Leon. Okay, so now let's do the ad. I gotta read it first.
You're good.
Are there true crime stories making you want to provide your home and family with additional protection? And with Front Point, you get 24. I wish that we would get free stuff for promoting.
I
this.
know. Me too.
24/7 monitoring, and it's 100% wireless. Right on. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Oh, you're first.
Brie, are all these? Oh, not Brie.
Listeners. Hey, neighbors.
Hey, neighbors. Are all these true crime stories making you want to provide your home and family with additional protection?
Try Front Point Security. It's an easy to install and use DIY security system that's completely affordable with no contracts.
And with FrontPoint, you get 24/7 monitoring, and it's 100% wireless right on your phone, perfect for any businesses, apartments, and home.
Protect what matters most and check out FrontPoint now at what'swiththeneighbors.com/promotions.
Boo boo. That was perfect.